up, you guys? Welcome back to My Bookish World. I'm Alex, and today I am here to talk about my 5-star predictions for 2020. So I did this last year as kind of inspiration that I got from Mackenzie Lane and Books and Lala. So I will actually link that video up below. Go check it out. So these are just books that I am planning on reading during 2020, and I'm thinking, based on reviews that I've heard and things that I've heard about these books, that I'm probably going to give them 5 stars. So let's get started. I think I have 10 on here. I don't really remember. But yeah, let's get to it. So the first book that I have on here, and sorry, my dog is just chilling right here with me. I don't know if she'll be here the entire time, but knowing her, she'll just be here. So the first book I have on my list is Girls, A Storm in Shadow by Natasha Nunn. This is the sequel to Girls of Paper and Fire, which follows a girl named Lei, who is really special because she has these golden eyes, and she gets picked up to be part of the king's consorts. And normally there are a certain number of paper girls, but this year she is added because of her eye color. And yeah, and romance, there is a female-female romance in this novel, in the series. And I'm interested to see what happens next in the series because of the way that Girls of Paper and Fire ended. I am planning on getting to this, obviously, in 2020, even though it's already out. But yeah, I'm hoping to give it 5 stars. I did give Girls, Paper, and Fire 4 stars, so I'm thinking since that was Natasha's debut novel, I will hopefully give this second novel 5 stars. The second book that I have on here is Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins, which is the prequel to the Hunger Games. I think this is going to be taking place during the 10th Hunger Games. I'm pretty sure. It's like 600 pages. It's a big one, but I'm so excited to read this book. I'm like fangirling about it, just thinking about it, because I wanted some more from this world for so long, and now that we finally have a new book that takes place in the world, even though it's not going to be following the same characters, I'm just so excited about it. The next book is Roomies by Christina Lauren. I'm really excited about this one just because I think that it's going to be very light and fluffy and a fun read, and honestly, that's probably what I need. What are you doing? I'm just praying she doesn't knock over the camera or my stand or my tripod. Nads, come here. Good girl. Yeah, just based on things that I've heard, I think it's going to be nice and fluffy, and it's going to be light, and it's just going to be a cute read. The next book that I have on here is Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. This one I originally thought was going to be very light and fluffy, but then I found out that it's more of a hard-hitting contemporary, which is totally fine with me. Actually, quite a few of these books are hard-hitting contemporaries, so I'm very excited to get to this. I don't really know much of what it's about. I'm gonna kill them. I'm very interested to see what happens within this book. Maddie, hush! The next book that I'm hoping to read, and that I'm hoping will be 5 stars, is Unhoneymooners, also by Christina Lauren. This came out this year, actually, and people were really hyping it up and loving it. And so I'm hoping that me and Zed all love it. I know there were some mixed reviews, but it just sounds like something I would love. Hate to love, enemies to lovers, like, just, I'm so excited about it. I just think it has a lot of things in it that are recipes for me to love. And then the next book I have on here is one that completely took over book Twitter, and I still haven't read it, and I probably won't read it for a while. But the next book is Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. Everybody absolutely adored this book. I've heard it's not as smutty as I originally thought, which is fine. but it's more of a new adult book, and it's really cool to see a new adult book be so loved, because I feel like new adult books aren't as hyped. So I'm very excited to get to this male-male relationship. Very cute, very sweet apparently. So I'm hoping I will be on the popular side and love it just as much as everybody else seems to. The next book is With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo. This is a book that came out this year, and I know it has to do with a high schooler who loves to cook, and she is a teen mom who has a really great relationship with her grandma, not such a great relationship with her family, I think, and also has a great relationship with the baby daddy. And I just am really excited to see that because I feel like that's some representation that we normally don't get in YA, and I'd be very interested to see it. And I've heard a lot of great things about it, and the book is it's stunning. The next book is actually the debut novel for Elizabeth Acevedo, which is The Poet X. This book is actually told in verse, and I don't know how I haven't picked it up yet. I am really excited to, actually. It's a hard-hitting contemporary about a girl who's having some issues at home and gets into slam poetry that helps kind of get her emotions out, which for whatever reason really appeals to me, so I'm excited to get to it, and I hope I love it. I've really fallen in love with like free verse books, just because I've read a lot of books by like Ellen Hopkins that deal with that kind of stuff that are also hard-hitting contemporaries, so I'm excited to get to it. The next book that I think I will be giving 5 stars is The Burning Shadow by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I adore this author. If you did not know, hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Alex. I'm obsessed with Jennifer L. Armentrout and all her books. And as of right now, I think this is the only book that she has out that I like right now that I have not read. It just came out like I think in October. So I'm really excited to get to it. This is a sequel to the spin-off series of the Lux series, which was a very like early 2010 like paranormal romance series, and I love it. I definitely think that it's more of a guilty pleasure read, but I still adore it. And I really enjoyed the first book, being The Darkest Star. So I'm really excited to get to The Burning Shadow. I think I gave the last book a 4 stars, so it makes me excited to see if I will give this book a 5 stars because it is a lot longer than the last one, and it's just, there's gonna be more in it, I think, and I think we're gonna see more of like my favorite characters, so yay. And then the last one that I'm hoping to give 5 stars is One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. She is also the author of Daisy Jones and the Six and Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, if you didn't know. I really loved Evelyn Hugo. I have not read any of her other books, but I do have this one and I think maybe In Another Life on my shelf. And I'm interested in getting into her other novels. But this one I feel like just appeals to me. It follows a girl who marries her high school sweetheart, and basically when on their first wedding anniversary, her husband is on an assignment and his helicopter goes missing and he is presumed dead. And so years later, she's in her 30s, she's in her new relationship. I think she's engaged. Yeah, she's engaged, and then finds out Jesse, her husband, is not actually dead. So for whatever reason, this just really appeals to me because it's very hard-hitting, and I'm just really interested to see what Taylor Jenkins Reid does with such an interesting and complex story. And that's it for this video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Follow all my social media down below. That's Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads. And tell me one book that you guys think you're going to be giving 5 stars this year. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye!